Hi Teacher Tribe, welcome to another week. My name is Allison Jones for those who are new. I am a second grade teacher in Treasure Coast, Florida. For those who are returning, thank you for being a part of the Teacher Tribe. If you're not already a part of the Teacher Tribe, just simply click that button, the subscribe button, and become a part of the tribe. So today is Monday, April 10th, and it is just past dismissal time. Remember to take a breath. So, I don't know if it was because it's just after Easter, but I had 4 kids out today. And that kind of put a damper on things when it comes to our class book, because I wanted us to start working on it today because the book has to be not turned in, but I have to ship the book for them to start working on the book next Friday. So I have this week and next week for everyone to finalize the book and get everything done so I could ship everything off. So this is kind of like crunch time. We're done with our pen pal letters from our field trip last week. So now is a matter of finalizing everything and moving on. I see somebody left their jacket. Random, so sorry. Anywho, yes, so I have 2 weeks for that. 3 out of those 4 kids who were out have a voting choice. And I say they have a voting choice because they brought their permission slip back. For those who didn't bring back their permission slip, for whatever reason, because you do not have to pay for the book, they don't get a say. They're gonna do whatever everyone else agrees on. They're gonna have to just write about it because they can't technically be in the book because they didn't bring back the form. So, sucks for them. And there's 4 people who altogether did not bring back the form. 3 of those 4 people were here. So they saw everybody else voting on the title of the book. But because we have a tie and those other 3 people who do have a voting say, I'm going to leave it up to them. I'm like, all right, those people who didn't bring back the form, if you bring it back tomorrow, before I finalize voting, you guys can have a say. So hopefully that'll put a little fire under them to bring back the form. Like, why not? Like, come on. You get to write and be in a book, your own book that the class is writing. Why not bring the form back? Like, you don't even have to pay for the book. As long as you bring back the form, even if your parents check no, you can be in the book. Anywho. All right, so that's my little rant of the day. But we had a really good day. We got through everything we needed to do today. Today was Unit 8, Week 2, Day 1. So that always makes everything easier. Because it was day 1 and we only had the 1 worksheet to get through, we started working on our Earth Day project for next week. So this is a free TPT resource. And when you put it together, it's the Earth as a heart. But when you pull it apart, they're supposed to write on each rectangle something that they can do to help save the Earth. And then when it's put together, you just have the heart. So this was my little sample so they can see how it's supposed to look. It does come with instructions for the teacher to read for them. And it also comes with the globe that has eyes on it with the instructions as well. I thought this was creepy, so I decided not to do it with the eyes. So my kiddos got it without it. So this is how it looks put together, and then it separates. This is a free TPT resource. So I will gladly attach this in the description box below. So I had most of my kids start working on that when we finished, or for those who did finish reading early. And then they got to work on it when they went into their centers. So that was during reading. During writing, we're focusing more on still putting together our plans for the book. During math, we did 13-7, which is talking about perimeter. What else did we do today? And then during content, we're back in science because we kind of flip-flop between science and social studies. And we're learning again about the states of matter that we learned at the beginning of the year. So we're touching upon it again. So we just watched the brain pop. That was it. Easy peasy day. Gonna, I guess, wrap it up here today, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, Teacher Tribe. Hi, Teacher Tribe. Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, April 11th, and it is just past dismissal time. remember to take a breath. So y'all know it's Tuesdays. I gotta kind of rush this up before they make that all call for tutoring. So today was pretty good. I had 19 out of my 20 kiddos. The one absent is a repeat offender who was out a lot. And then the funny thing is, mom questions if she's getting her accommodations because of the fact that her grades are low. Attendance has a giant thing to do with her grades being as low as they are, especially when we're still at the start of the quarter and she's already missing like 4 days out of the start of the quarter. This is what, week 2 or week 3 for the last 9 weeks. So I don't know what to tell her. She wasn't here yesterday. She's not here today. So when mom asks silly questions like that, you're going to get a silly answer. Anywho, besides that, today was a really good day. We did a math Kahoot because today was our review day for topic 13, which is 2-dimensional shapes, dealing with shapes, geometry, symmetry, and perimeter. So those were what we talked about during topic 13. So tomorrow's their topic 13. It's like the end of the chapter test per se. So today we had their review. We went over, and I also did a review on Kahoot, so I can plug that in for a grade as well. Minus our friend who wasn't here, so it's not helping her. It's not hurting her grade, but it's not helping her grade either. So I put no count for this activity or assignment. What else did we do today? During reading today was Unit 8, Week 2, Day 2, and we reread the second story, which is called Earth's Changes, and we had 2 worksheets today, which was like pulling teeth for. We did one on text features. Let me see if I still have it. So we did one on text features. So this is what the worksheet looked like for today. So as a whole group, it says, look at the photograph on page 15 from Earth's Changes. How does the photo support and add new information? So supporting the text, I pretty much put that the photo supports the paragraph because it's talking about or showing what the paragraph talked about. Adds new information had to do with the caption, that goes with the picture. The caption supports the information while adding new information and talking about like the name of the wall or something along those lines. On your own is empty because they did it in their groups. So all the pretty much they had to do for the on your own section is the same thing we did as a whole class, but they are looking at a different page that corresponds with a different picture. So same thing, just on a different page. And then of course they had to do the CFU independently. That was worksheet page 1. Second worksheet for today is the second lesson, which is about using vocabulary with context clues. So on the plus side, it gave them the vocab word. I kind of helped them out and I showed them where the words are located. So in the magazine, this is what the magazine for this unit looks like. Forgive me for talking fast. I'm trying to squeeze it all in before they make the announcement. So in the magazine, here's where we identified those words that I just showed you. And all those underlinings that you see are me showing them where to find the context clues. So in the magazine, we found the words together, and then I underlined the context clues. And what they had to do was write that down here. And we ran out of time, but what I was gonna have them do was look up the definitions of the actual words, but we didn't get time to do that. So we just identified where they're located, which we did as a class. And then I showed them where the context clues is, so all they had to do was write it down. And then of course, the CFU at the bottom. These are the worksheets, and if you haven't realized, that I have been attaching in the description box below. This is for Unit 8, of course, because the ones I've been attaching in previous videos are for the units that I've been talking about in those previous videos. But they're from the same creator or author, whatever you want to say. But this is just for Unit 8. And sometimes the units do have the same information, they just look a little bit different. I gotta wrap it up here, guys, because it's time for me to go. So until tomorrow for Hump Day. Bye, Teacher Tribe. Hello, Teacher Tribe. Happy Hump Day. Today is Wednesday, April 12th, and it is way past dismissal time. Remember to take a breath. So it is just after 4. It is just after 4. And I just got to my room because PTO and SAC was happening. SAC is School Advisory Council, where we combine it with PTO since people are going to be here for PTO anyways, and we can tell them whatever school-related news needs to be discussed or anything pertaining to that. So SAC happens first, and then PTO takes over after the principal is done giving all the information and having the discussion and so on and so forth. So I stayed for that part, being a second grade representative. So once that part was done and PTO took over, that's when I got out of there. So I'm now in my room doing my recording before I go home. So today was a pretty decent day. I had 19 out of my 20 again. That one who hasn't been here yesterday, today, and Monday hasn't been here all week. Don't know what's going on. Told the office will call and check tomorrow if she's not here again. Don't know what's happening there. And she's missed a lot of days, like I said yesterday, so it's out of my hands. I've reached out, never get responses from mom, and this is a mom that complains about things, so funny. Anywho, today was a great day. We had, for math, we did our topic 13 test. It's really chapter 13, but this curriculum has topics. So topic 13 test was done today. They did pretty well on it. They did better yesterday on the review than they did on the actual test, but hey, as a class average, I was over 50%, so I'm not complaining. What else do I have to tell you? Today was Unit 8, Week 2, Day 3, and there's nothing really special about Day 3. We're trying to play catch up because what I just realized today, which we haven't been doing, was our blueprint. So our blueprint is at the beginning of each unit, where after we have the unit, we fill out questions pertaining to their essential question, which is like the topic question, and we're a little behind with it. So today we did, so this is where we are now, week 2. We didn't do these first 2. We're supposed to do it on the last day, talking about the story. So when we supposed to do this on day 5, which is gonna be Friday, but today we were able to catch up and do week 1, well, the first one for week 1, because we are able to do our worksheet, because we only had one worksheet today. So we're able to get that done, and then we're able to do the first blueprint or play catch up on the first blueprint. So hopefully tomorrow, fingers crossed, because tomorrow's one worksheet again. Hopefully tomorrow we can get that done and then move on to the next blueprint lesson for the second short read story. So hopefully we can play catch up. Besides that, it was a regular schmegular day. Because the weather has been so nasty today, we had indoor recess. We would have had indoor recess regardless because it's Wednesday. Wednesdays we normally have indoor recess. They play Four Corners, they play with our indoor recess games, whatever their heart's desires for those few minutes of recess. So it was a really good day. And then after their math test, I did a Prodigy lesson. So Prodigy is this game that they play and they do lessons. So Prodigy started off as a math quest, like for math games, and now I think they added an ELA section. Don't ask me anything about the game because I don't know, but I know the kids love it. And I got an email this morning about this is their last chance to earn like some magic wand on the game. So what I decided to do, I told them about it. A lot of them were interested, so I went in and put our topic that we're just finishing off with shapes, 2D shapes. I made that a lesson. So when the test was done, I told them to go on Prodigy and play the lesson game. So most of them didn't get the chance to finish the lesson, unfortunately. So hopefully by Fun Friday, they can finish the lesson. But if they finish the math lesson and they get a passing grade, they earn whatever the wand was. So a lot of them are excited about that, which kind of made me excited. Like, oh, I was watching them play. It looked kind of fun. But you know, teachers don't get access like that. So I just get access to see their percentages and all that, you know, report type stuff. But they had fun. It was a pretty good day. And then at the end of the day, we had our guidance lesson where our guidance counselor came in, gave a lesson on cyber security and things of that nature. And then we wrapped up the day planning our student treasures book. So I actually have one of my books right in front of me, 2 of them. So this was one of my books that we made with my old kiddos in the past. And then this is the book that we did last school year. And my kiddos are copying this theme this year because they're not all that creative, but they're copying the same theme that we did here for the second grade selfies. So I'm just gonna probably change up the colors, you know, update the year and so on and so forth. This is gonna be the last book as me as Miss Jones. Oh my God, that just clicked. So when I do it next year, it'll be Mrs. Wright. Anywho, just had that realization. But yeah, so we're working on that during writing after our guidance lesson, and that's how we finished up the day. So I went through, flipped through, showed them previous years, previous pictures of my old students, because well, I won't show you, but in this book, we did this pre-COVID. So we were able to actually take a lot of field trips, and I added photos from our field trips in the back of this book. So last year we didn't take any field trips, so I couldn't do that for my last year's book. But this year we had 2 so far, and we're aiming to do another one next month. So fingers crossed, I think I'll have enough pictures where I can put some pictures together in the back of their book that we're working on. So hopefully it goes well. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. I will see you all tomorrow, or hopefully I could see you all tomorrow before tutoring. Bye, Teacher Tribe. Teacher Tribe, it's been a day. And it's Friday Eve. Okay, let's rewind. Hi, Teacher Tribe. Happy Friday Eve. Today is Thursday, April 13th, and it is just past dismissal time. Remember to take a breath. Take another one. So, I found out my repeat offender who has not been here all week, sick with the flu. So guess what we did today? We cleaned the whole room. We Lysoled everything. We wiped everything down because I don't want it. Don't want it. So she's been out all week. She'll probably not return till Monday. Understanding, we get it. It's apparently, I don't know if it's her brother, or the whole family. They sick. So we cleaned the room. Then one of my kids today just chose, she's one of my low ones too, who thankfully is in tutoring because I gotta go and deal with her now. I've just been getting attitude all day from this one because she chooses not to do the work. And I say chooses because sometimes she does do the work. Most of the time she does do the work. Granted, her hand has to be held to do it, but she does it. Today, not so much. I got a lot of eye rolls today. And I got a lot of when I asked her to answer a question or something, because today my I tried not to make it get there. I tried. But during reading today, I have the same I want to say I have about between 4 and 6, maybe 7 hands that I normally see on a daily basis. Today was something so easy. Author's purpose. We do it all the time. All the time. They have to tell me, is the author writing to inform, entertain, or persuade? I give them a hint and say, look at the genre. The genre at the top of the book, of the top of the story says informational text. So obviously the whole text is to inform. We had a sheet where it was divided up into, I don't even know if I still have it, was divided up into 4 sections. So the 4 sections are for the four headings in the story. Each heading had 2 paragraphs full of information. So for author's point, we need to explain, like, we're pretty much putting those 2 paragraphs into a sentence or 2. What is this section about? What is the main point of this section? And then the author's purpose, to inform. We had to write it literally 4 times. Guys, to get these 2 boxes done whole group as a class was pulling teeth. I got so frustrated to the point where I'm like, you know what? You're doing the next 2 on your own. We're not doing it as a whole class. I set the timer. I think I gave them 15 minutes and I circulated while they were doing it. And for the most part, they were doing it right. So I'm saying to myself, why the hell you couldn't raise your hand and say it so we could have done it together? I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed. If you're doing it on your own and you don't want to do it independently, you want to do it as a class, so why aren't you raising your hand and telling me the answers? Oh my gosh. Anywho, that was during reading. Just thinking about it again, I'm giving myself a headache. That was during reading. Math today was pretty fun because we're starting a whole new unit. We're doing graphs and okay, rewind. Topic 14 is about charts and graphs and data. Today we didn't officially start it. We're doing the let's investigate, which is like the preview into the topic. So we all ripped out the paper and ripped it out of the book, and I went over with them with the graph, and we drew it on the board. Long story short, it was nice. They enjoyed it. They really got into it to the point where they started getting a little rowdy because I was kind of joking with them and things. When it came down to writing, though, I could say it a freaking 1,000 times, but because I didn't write it on the board, a lot of them didn't write it down. I said it bunches of times, but they didn't write it down. Ooh, I gotta go. Okay, wrap it up. That took a long time, and then when it came down to us doing everything else, it took forever. But I'm still behind for tutoring. Anywho, I gotta go. I don't know if I'm gonna see you all tomorrow because I have to rush out of here tomorrow. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope you all have an amazing weekend. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below if there's anything you want me to show you guys more of. And don't forget to click subscribe and join the Teacher Tribe officially. Bye, Teacher Tribe.